Kankan is a very controversial figure in the underground scene. On one hand, he is an incredibly talented artist that pushed the boundaries of Plug and B, and on another, one can only compare him to being a complete psychopath. I mainly say this because of the family violence issues he has had in the past. Specifically, I'm talking about him aiming a loaded at the head of his ex-girlfriend, allegedly abusing her mentally and arguably attempting to murder her on camera. There's audio of this, by the way. I'm not making this up, you can listen for yourself. But there's also the alleged grape incident that happened with Summrs, and of course the infamous scam that happened with an industry promoter. Shut the f up! And him shifting the blame, which is irrelevant. This guy literally beefs with everyone, even his own friends. The amount of people he has outright dissed online would make Hobson proud. And one has to ask, is Kankan worthy of washing away his past sins? No. Kankan is a horrible person, and once you hear the full story to everything I just mentioned and more, you will think so too. I'm your host, My series Last Week Hip Hop now has its own unique channel. And of course, I have an obligatory Yap channel as well, and a special thank you to the 2 subscribers you're seeing on the screen right now. My first member, Gigi McCabe, and my first 3 super likers, Top Dog For Real. I'm putting you 2 in my channel bio forever. So if you look and see, you're in my channel bio, okay? I'm not doing this again.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Back to the video. Kankan, otherwise known as Keandrian Qynzel Jones, was born in Dallas, Texas in the year 2000. Growing up, his favorite pastimes was playing games like Modern Warfare 2, a certified hood classic, hanging out with his cousins, listening to music, and honestly, just vibing. It was during one of these vibe sessions while listening to Speaker Knockers that Kankan became interested in how music was even made, previously thinking that all beats were computer generated in a studio, which is was bro just not paying attention in music class at all? I'm pretty sure everybody had to take a recorder home during elementary school and learn a bunch of notes and chords and whatnot. Did you just think that that was a separate thing all in itself? Is this just not a thing in Texas? Let me know in the comments. He hopped on his computer and loaded up YouTube, and from there he learned what a type beat was, what FL Studio was, and how to work it, getting down to basics in just 1 week, but admittingly being quite garbage at making beats.
That was good. They sounded good to me, but I didn't think that was like crazy good. Like I knew they was ass, but
which is normal. If it was that easy, then everyone would literally be a producer. Approaching his late teens at this point, while attending Cedar High School in Texas, he'd start uploading his beats on YouTube. Kankan really didn't start growing until around 2016, but once he started, he became very tall. He became well known, literally working with many rappers from the original SoundCloud wave. 1000 Band Fawny, Famous Dex, Lil Pump, Dwop Kane, Warhol SS, Booth Boy Icy, Lil Boom,
slap his daughter in the face with a condom,
and many, many more. It's crazy to think about this, but Kankan is one of the most talented producers turned rappers of our generation. The only problem here is
he's a fucking psychopath.
But first, let's talk about how he came into contact with some of the more problematic members of Slay World, Summrs and Autumn. These 2 people are no better than Kankan and would be each other's downfall as far as allegations would go. But really, and I do have to say this, none of these people have seen real issues from any of their alleged allegations. Many people talk about it, many people know about it, but many people also just don't care. Because these guys are seriously talented and they make good music. And in 2025, that's all anyone is truly concerned about. Even Tory Lanez, someone who is stuck in prison for his crimes, still has 22.8 million monthly listeners on Spotify. But I digress. Since Kankan was putting out beats on YouTube, naturally some people were stealing them. And one of these people was Summrs.
Summrs, he used to steal my beats. That's how I found out who he was. And he was like he wasn't cool though. I was like, I wouldn't say we was beefing, but like I didn't f him because he was like stealing my beats. That's ass. But
luckily, Kankan wasn't into beefing with people publicly at this time, because if he did, they probably wouldn't have ever met and made songs together. So, since Kankan kept his feelings to himself, time would pass by and Summrs would begin blowing up. Planning a trip to Dallas, he DM'd Kankan to link up in person, and so in 2018, history was made that day, and they met up in the Galleria. The cool thing about this entire ordeal is that you should subscribe if you're enjoying this video. I'm kidding. Unless... No, but honestly, this entire thing was caught on camera. The clips you've been watching for the past minute is from their first meetup in person. Imagine having a video of one of the most pivotal moments of your entire life. He wouldn't say it outright, but I suspect meeting Summrs in person lit a fire under Kankan. He'd make a poll on Instagram asking some of his loyal listeners if he should become a rapper himself. I started rapping about 2 years ago, and at first it was like a joke. I posted a poll on my story saying if I should hop in the booth. Everybody said yes, I did it, and I was like, wait, this shit is fun. Then I did another one, and it just kept going from there. While these songs did gain some traction, he wouldn't see any life-changing success until he dropped his record, Going to Hell, which really put him in the discussions of next up underground rappers. From having funny people on Instagram making memes.
Hey, Kankan.
What are you doing? Are you naked, nigga?
Yeah.
Oh, y'all are weird.
To having two intoxicated Russian girls literally eat glass while listening to his music. I can't show you this, these bitches are crazy. Kankan rose to the top alongside the heaviest hitters of the underground scene. But the bigger they are, the harder they fall. This video is going to get a bit serious in nature. Please understand my usage of memes is to help progress the story. I'm not using it to make light of any of the victims presented. We will cover everything from his family violence allegations to simple things like beef and heartbreaking things like the Summrs grape allegation.
And more.
Even though I think he's a complete psychopath, it doesn't mean that you have to. This isn't a court of law, I'm just a guy covering allegations online in an obsessive manner on YouTube. So, let's get subscribed. Started. You already subscribed, right? Yeah, okay. Kankan is a woman beater. Allegedly, of course. And here's how I came to that conclusion. July 19th, 2020, Kankan's ex-girlfriend, a woman going by KandyxKat online, would post some disturbing things on her Instagram story. If you want a boyfriend that beats you, date Kankan. On the surface, this is a little vague, but her next slide is absolutely heartbreaking. I had to censor it a bit, but the colorful lines at the bottom are tattoos that Kankan allegedly made with his nails.
Is this the man who be me?
No, the nigga who loves her.
No,
she spits
this
on
is
my
the
face.
most toxic y'all ever seen.
She spits in my face and me.
The most toxic y'all ever
Love
seen.
her.
No.
Looks like everybody. Where are his marks? Let me know. He don't have none, exactly.
I was restraining her, and that's what happened.
I literally need help.
These are literally scratch marks, not even punch marks. I didn't even hit her. I was just like...
Now, just to be clear, he outright admits to doing this. He says, "These are literally scratch marks, not punch marks. I didn't even hit her." I was just like... I know you guys can't tell, but she's literally bleeding in this video. I'll post a full uncensored clip on Twitter later, but yeah, no. I know your jaw is on the floor, but this isn't even the worst of it. You aren't mistaking things. He literally shot his gun at her in this clip. Whether or not he actually meant on hurting her here is irrelevant. Discharging a firearm for the sole purpose of controlling your partner through fear is psychotic, extremely illegal, and straight up disgusting. But there's something else some of you don't know. Actually, there's something else even some dedicated fans failed to catch. In this police report, it says the date July 19th, 2020, indicating that something happened between them in Alhambra, California, and the police got involved. Now, many of you actually saw this mugshot here, and you know this mugshot is connected to a family violence situation. But what many people didn't catch, probably for lack of caring or maybe victim blaming, is that this mugshot was taken March 1st, 2021 in Hillsborough, Florida. Meaning an entirely different incident happened after what you are watching from this story. Absolutely mental that people didn't catch this. But let's hear her side of the story.
Completely get my man. Eyelashes completely ripped out. Face scratched. Face scarred. And y'all want to say he didn't do because you're a fan. The amount of backlash I'm getting saying he didn't beat me. This has been going on for months and months and months. And I finally speak up about it. And you're going to tell me I'm lying. You guys are what? I'm not at fault for everyone in my DM saying it was me, not him. Why is he going away in a police car? And why am I walking away? Let me know.
I don't get how what's-her-name can stay in a relationship with so-and-so. Doesn't he beat her? This statement is actually ignorant. It might not be filled with malice or malintent, but it's ignorant regardless. Malintent just means that, they're not trying to be mean. They're not trying to be meanie assholes, but they're being meanie assholes regardless. Abuse isn't always black eyes and screaming matches. So you ask, why don't they just leave? Let me explain. Fear. The most dangerous time for a victim is after they try to leave. Abusers escalate. We saw visible proof of Kankan allegedly physically abusing her and even allegedly admitting to it on video. We heard him allegedly shooting a gun at her in anger as well. Do we really think she would just assume she could leave without any retribution at all? Isolation. Simply put, many victims are cut off from their friends and their family. They usually don't have a support system. Money. Sometimes leaving means being homeless, and that's a really hard choice to make for any sensible person. Manipulation. Victims are often convinced it's their fault, or that things will actually get better. He promised he would change is a line that gets repeated ad hominem. Ad hominem just means a lot. And sometimes they just love them, which is exactly what their abuser is counting on most times. All of these reasons is why everyone who sent messages like these to her calling her out of her name, saying that Kankan should have hurt her in worse ways or that she somehow deserved it, is why these people are less than scum. They are the human equivalent of a rat infestation that needs to be taught how to empathize, Candy would make various lives, even one with a friend talking about the situation.
The video, look it up on Twitter. It's not hard to find. He's literally at her and saying, I will kill you. He's literally shooting at her and saying, I will kill you.
I look like a heron or do I look like I got beaten out? I am super sad and can't get out of bed and don't know what to do. This is why people don't come forward.
Like hundreds of people on here just being like, you're stupid. He should have shot you. He should have hit you harder. And she's laughing, but it's really not.
Yeah, I'm laughing because what the am I supposed to say? And he's posting so much stuff like, I always block her. I tell her to leave me alone. No, he tells me to pick him up from the airport. He tells me to come to his hotel every night.
He makes fake pages all the time. Message you from his dog's account.
Yes, messaging me from Milk's account. Message me from Slay World Soldier's account. Message me from Bring Back Activist account. Message me from Bring Back Black account. Message me from Can's fan page account. Message me from Pack Runner Can's account.
Just leave him alone. He has a girlfriend. He literally
He has a girlfriend that he's never met in real life that he's been with me every single day of last week. Me.
In this video with her friend, she also showed some screenshots as additional proof. I wish you hated me. Well, I hope you do. I'm mentally unstable. I wish I made you happy. I'm myself so you can be happy with drugs. That's how much I love you. I will shoot your effing house up. LMAO. Cute. I don't give a F. You think you're crazy, I will show you. But anyways, she is claiming that Kankan actually wrote this on her. The key detail is that Kankan actually denies doing this. He said that she did this to herself.
Carving his name in my arm and then saying I did it.
Cap.
I miss you. Please come soon. Bro, I wish you were effing here. LMAO. I took X, but when I said guess, what I was finna say, we still together, so I don't care what you say. We together forever, and I don't care what you say, LOL, you still my girl. When you wake up, book your flight, F everything, but when you get here, we can spend as much time together as you want. I'ma start making you my main priority. Multiple manic text, and oh, he carved his name into her skin.
Allegedly.
Absolutely mental. Now I do want to acknowledge that she did sit still long enough for him to do this. I don't know why, but there's a number of reasons as to why she probably sat still, and I already covered reasons why victims will just accept mistreatment from their abusers. Keep in mind, I'm not saying she was a perfect angel in this relationship. She admitted to spitting on him and being belligerent as well. But I am saying that doesn't justify threatening to murder your partner or beating the living out of them, or aiming a gun at their head on an Instagram live.
And I'm not gonna say I never provoked it or I never added fuel to the fire You know, I take responsibility when it's due, but this time I didn't. This time I laid no hands on him. This time I didn't even defend myself. Like, I didn't do anything to deserve this, so we all can
lick my balls.
We're aiming a gun at their head on an Instagram live.
Oh, yeah, I mentioned that at the start, but a lot of you guys actually recognized this girl because of her abuse going viral before this ever happened. Yeah, he's literally holding a loaded to her head with, looks like, his finger on the trigger. This went crazy on some of the more trigger safety forums online, but yeah, it's inexcusable. Joking or not, this is insane behavior, but a lot of his fans already saw this, and a lot of his fans don't care, namely because he walked after both of these incidents. He was never officially charged with a crime as far as anyone knows, but this actually happens a lot. All the time, even in family violence situations. Actually, I had a front row seat while courting my wife. Over the first year of us dating, her neighbor was getting physically abused by her partner, and we'd watch him go to jail, sit for a couple days, come back, and then go to jail, sit a couple days, and then go back, over and over again. This is over the course of a literal year, okay? He the living F out of this woman for this long. I don't even think I really even saw him that much unless he was in the back of a cop car. And as you guys know, there's a few reasons for this, but let's go over some of Kankan's proof from his live.
Like, she told me, I'm gonna end my because you won't see me. Like, bro, see, that is weird, bro. Look what she's saying, bro. She literally saying she be going through my phone and doing a bunch of weird shit. All these bitches are weird, bro.
In this video, he calls her crazy. He says that she has BPD and says she is super weird for going through his phone. Now, this is a 5-minute long video, and I don't want to stretch things any longer than I absolutely have to, so we will just be reading this. But like Kandy's explanation videos I talked about earlier, I'll link the full videos of those in the description right next to my SendFox sign up link, which you should definitely sign up to my mailing list because I'm doing a raffle soon for anyone interested in winning some money. But yeah, I'll be paraphrasing this weak explanation, but if you want it directly from the horse's mouth, be my guest, it's down there. And before anybody says, oh my god, he's being unfair to Kandy or Kankan or whatever, okay, I paraphrased what she said, I'm gonna paraphrase what he says, okay? Deal with it. She says, I'm so sorry, me taking my soda means you have to change your plans. You're so heartless. I saw everything you're saying, and again, I'm fighting for my... You're making fun of me for being crazy and unstable. Move on, please, and stop texting me. Done what, bro? Done never being here for me. I'm coming to you about ending my soda, and you're making jokes. It's just effing sad. I'm so much pain. Hi. I think she means I'm already in so much pain, and then hi. Oh my god, this changes everything. I was wrong about Kankan.
What idiot said that?
This girl is obviously in love and going through a significant depression here. BPD doesn't mean you are a terrible person, by the way. She's literally just reaching out for help here to her ex-lover. Marking your territory always. This could be anything sexual or abusive. He doesn't show it here for a reason and never actually acknowledges it in the live. You want to know something funny but kind of crazy? Huh. One day, I was going through your phone, LMAO, and I put a bunch of pictures of myself in your favorites. That way, if you ever look through it, you'd be reminded of me. Aww. How is this an own towards her? This is actually very sweet. Really, nigga? Is that really... That's really the angle we're going with? Peep this at the top. This is a different girl entirely. Bro, this the girl that requested my spam like 5 times. These girls are so weird. From the picture, it looks to be Kandy, but again, he's making it seem like being passionate in love is somehow bad. Aiming a gun at her head and shooting at or around her is bad, Kankan. Learn the fucking difference.
This crazy ass Kaliba.
Get on live and get on live and act like you did nothing wrong.
Oh,
your favorite rapper is a woman beater. Your favorite rapper is a woman beater. How do you think that's okay? Any part of you, I did not do shit.
Bro, that was the case, you would have left, bro. Like, that's how you know you're lying. You don't even make sense.
I cannot leave. I'm not in the position to leave.
She said she can't drive here. She can't leave, but she came here drunk.
It doesn't matter if I'm drunk. I'm still in a position to hit a man. You still be my ass sober or not.
Now listen to this.
I have videos of him shooting on me. I just have marks on me, so let me know because I can expose you. Let me know.
Can you just leave? Like, why are you here?
I can expose you, so let me know.
Do both. I don't care, bro. I can leave the city right now in the state right now.
Leave the city.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
The latter half of this video, he accuses her of him in the live.
Man, I was literally on live telling y'all. I'm like, bro, y'all see her on top of me, and then boom, she throw my phone across the. Then the whole live freeze. I'm finna say, this the live right now. My look, cause she threw my fucking phone into the wall. But look, I hope that cleared everything up, cause I already know this little shit.
What live? Did we watch the same live? Is there another one that isn't preserved?
Let me know.
Upload this video, then send it to me.
And bro, can y'all tell her to leave? Everybody's watching her. She's on top of me. Like, how am I beating her up if she's on top of me? Just make that make sense, bro.
Where are these marks? There was people there? Why didn't they help you? He's trying very hard to paint her as just some random floozy, but this was his girlfriend. He might have had other girlfriends, but they were still in a relationship together, as evidenced by the screenshots she supplied before. We together forever, you still my girl, I'ma start making you my main priority. I'm like hurting myself so I can be happy with drugs, that's how much I love you. Where was this energy at? You fucking disgust me.
And to the video of me laughing about it, it was because I was so like traumatized. He would beat the out of me and I would think this is so normal. Like, we're gonna kiss and make up. Like that was my normal. So it was like, haha, again. Oh, so what? Like, I was so used to it. Not because it was okay or because I didn't care or because anything like that.
As I said before, Kankan beefs with everyone. Let's take a short breather and talk about his many beefs over the years to stay relevant. Also, this is in no particular order. Kankan vs Autumn. The TLDR of how this started is apparently Autumn was moving different after Kan got exposed for his abuse allegations. But also Jace interjected and said this. Now if this is believed to be true, then it's probably a mix of Autumn taking a girl he wasn't supposed to, and Autumn distancing himself from Kankan's allegations. And to be fair to Autumn, all of Slay World did some distancing from Kankan after his allegations. As you can see from their back and forth on the screen, they've been dissing each other ever since. Apparently Yeat somehow sided with Kankan on this, which is strange, but whatever. Kankan vs Yeat. But Kankan even dissed Yeat recently, so I have no idea what's really going on. Kankan vs Izaya Tiji. Izaya Tiji seems to have a bad effect on some people, and yet Kankan hates his guts.
Tell the world how you made fun of Jose's mother while she had cancer, nigga. Let's not forget, I saved your brother, bruh. I told everybody get in the closest seat and get down as far as you can because we're about to get shot at. Let's also talk about the fact that Marcy was stuck in the Motel 6 by the people that was running after her shooting, and you had a... Actually, let's talk about the fact that you let Pete leave your gun in the hotel. You let Marcy be trapped in that Motel 6 by those people who were trying to shoot her. Bro, you were crazy. You didn't do to help. I had to help them. I had to get them a ride. I had to do all that shit. You didn't help them. You didn't help your friends. Crazy part is, I know you've been telling this story to everybody and it's been cap, and you've been spreading a false narrative about me to everybody in the industry, right? So everybody's just supposed to be mad at me all the time, right? Even though you the one that forgot your... If we was getting shot at, why didn't you pull your gun out, bitch?
Kankan vs Jace, or IAs. Now I won't get into the specifics, but this is partly about the robbery situation that went bad and led to Jace ratting on Summrs, Desire, and another rapper by the name of TSM Beezy. That incident led to Jace cutting ties with all of them. And naturally, because Kankan and Summrs are boys for life, this beef migrated over to him. It also didn't help that Jace started airing out other people's dirty laundry on Twitch.
You know, it was a time where Kan and another guy, I ain't gonna say his name, but you know, they in a group chat, we got into an argument, they talking about their cousin, you know, and pulled up the Kan. I'm waiting outside, like, come out, let's fight, you know, bro, like, let's see about that. Not getting me no answer. They talking about I'm tripping, you know. That was the first occasion me and Kan almost got into it. Second occasion, I forget what it was over. Nigga, Reno, if you see this, you know you remember, bro, I was getting in your elevator going there. You like, bro, chill, you laughing and Nah, hell no. I walked to his place and I walked over there and I'm like, come outside, let's fight, you know? It was little shit like that when I started to realize, okay, these may not be my real, you busy. It's not like,
I don't blame Jace about any of this because apparently Summrs pulled a gun on him during an argument and threatened to shoot him. Kankan Vs DDG. He's beefing with DDG because DDG makes bad music, and then he made a tweet about it. DDG got mad and started clowning Kankan for being stuck in underground rapper hell. Kankan Vs DestroyLonely. DestroyLonely diss Lucky. Lucky and Kankan are friends, so he inherited the beef. As you can see, these grown men argued for hours and hours and hours to steal clout from each other. And I actually like Lucky's music a lot, but Jesus Christ, man, are you serious? Look at this. This is like 15 slides of bullcrap. You guys know I had to write this rant just to fit in all of this baloney? Pack it up, bro. Y'all are like 30. Kankan Vs CashBentley. Kankan refused to stand on business, CashBentley called him out on it, and now they hate each other.
So I put up with Kankan Summrs outside, bro. And we was like, we just finna fight these f***s. Boom. It's me and Summrs fighting like 10 people. We getting hit and shit, bro. I turn around, bro, f***ing Can on the f***ing sidewalk, crisscross, bro. Oh, it wasn't my problem. Oh, it wasn't my problem. What? You just sat there and f***ing seen this? What?
Nobody gives a about this beef, bro. This is a literal like fucking 4-year-old beef. Like nobody cares. Nobody cares, bro.
One of them niggas just hissed for like no reason. Kankan vs
Carson.
Kankan vs New Jazz. He doesn't like the new subgenre of plug and B. I don't know. Kankan vs
Dave Blunts.
Kankan vs Jesus. Is this evidence that Kankan is beefing with Jesus? Let me know in the comments. All jokes aside, he beefs with everyone, and I'm sure I missed a few more, like say Twisty P for example, a guy who made some funny TikToks singing Yeat songs and being absurd while doing so.
Hey, where the private man? I'm speeding on these perks like I'm a laundromat.
Who also dissed a bunch of people and then got jumped a bunch of times. Kankan isn't a stranger to fighting with random people online, you get the point. I'm sure that you guys get that he thrives off negativity. This is the point of this section of the video. He enjoys fighting random rappers and women, allegedly. Okay, he likes doing this back and forth thing, he lives for it. Okay, he's a fucking psychopath. He's also been implicated in Summrs' grape allegation. Now, to be clear, he wasn't accused of doing anything with the girl.
Oh, that's actually a huge bold-faced lie.
He was accused of being present and allowing it. I have covered this entire situation in my Summrs video and will link it down below for you guys to watch it for the full scoop, but I'll summarize everything to the point where Kankan is directly implicated. She had relations with Summrs twice, which she consented to just fine, although he was kind of weird the second time. Summrs knew she was really into rugs at the time, and she got a mixture of rugs to ease through a plane ride and told Summrs when she landed that she wanted to get a bottle. She notes he didn't drink much and she found it weird, or maybe that he was just really into it, and knowing that he doesn't enjoy drinking a lot, that in itself was weird. Either way, she planned to Uber from the airport to her B&B, but Summrs sent a friend to get her. She had a few bad experiences with Summrs and company. One time they actually ruined her B&B and she was charged to the tune of $15,000. Kankan is actually blamed in this as one of the people who ruined the spot. When she complained about this, Kankan suggested removing her card from the account instead of just helping out, which obviously wouldn't work because the companies keep a version of your payment details on record in case you ever try this. Anyways, back to the time she got picked up by Summrs' friend YP4AM on March 28th, 2020. Kan and his ex-girlfriend Katie, aka KandyxKat, were in the car at the time. The same KandyxKat from the story earlier.
Is this the man who be beating me?
I actually didn't catch this before because I didn't know her name, but Kankan and this girl had an OnlyFans at this time called Kan and Katie, where they were basically doing things to each other on tape together for money. I've never seen it.
Oh yeah, that was happening.
More proof that KandyxKat wasn't just a random floozy. They got a bottle, go back to the B&B, Kan and her split a pill, she started to black out. The next morning, she woke up naked from the waist down. She used the bathroom and saw blood, but she wasn't on her cycle. Kankan and Summrs were sleeping together in another room. and when they woke up, they rushed out without talking to her, basically acting weird. Again, she blacked out and actually couldn't remember anything from this night, but she assumed everything was kosher between her and Summrs, and she even texted him afterwards. It was a bit of back and forth, but the key detail from this text was that Summrs said, "Yes, baby, I tried to F you, but you was lazy," implying he attempted to have relations with her, but she wasn't putting any energy into it. Yes, I know this could also mean she was lazy in bed, but it's really up to interpretation, and she says she didn't consent, so she didn't consent. The real key detail is that she thought they didn't have sex, okay? She assumed that never happened. She saw him one more time in Florida, but Summrs was still acting weird. Anyways, this all came ahead when a little after she got a boyfriend named Mike, and Mike started to flex on Instagram and the internet and started beefing with Kankan and Summrs. And at some point during this interaction, Summrs said, "That's why I effed your girl," and she didn't even know. At this point, this girl is still confused because she's like, haha, that's a lie. But apparently Summrs even has a video of the encounter, and apparently he sent that video to Mike. Now, Mike, if you're listening to this, if you have this video, if you have any proof that this video existed, yeah, you could literally prove that this entire thing happened.
What didn't happen?
I'm naked. I'm slurring my words. I was so effed up I couldn't hold my head up, but I guess he thought that was a flex. Kankan and Reno are both present in the video. I never got a grape kit because it was too many days after the incident for complete accuracy. But I know what happened to me. I'm just not sure if it was one or both or what. Long story short. Now, in the last video, I mentioned that Kankan's ex at the time, KandyxKat, denounced this story on Twitter. But what I forgot to mention is that the person who posted this story on Twitter was YP4AM. On his old page, YP5AM. The same guy who allegedly picked the girl up from the airport at Summrs' behest. So there's even more conflict of interest here that I didn't even know about. I'm unsure why Candy denounced this girl's story, but I also wouldn't be surprised if the same people saying Candy was laughing about her abuse in this video confused both girls and thought this unnamed girl was Candy. Now, the supposed proof that exonerates both of these guys no longer exists on the internet. If you have the clip though, don't hesitate to get in touch with me. I'd love to see it and share it with the world. Put a bow on this thing because we have no idea. In conclusion, if this allegation is believed to be true, Kankan not only witnessed a horrid act occur, he actively participated in it in some form, and may have even allegedly raped her himself. Kankan is a disgusting person who not only allegedly allowed this to happen, but also allegedly did things with a 15-year-old MollySantana.
Tell him happy birthday. She said no.
She said no. I was just kidding. I mean, happy birthday.
She said happy birthday, gang.
This video was filmed in 2020, but Kankan was exposed in 2024 over this clip. Many people wondered why a 20-year-old was laying up in bed with someone so young. And then, Jesus Christ, I can't believe I'm saying this, but in defense of Kankan, she is clearly layered up here, and there's no real illegal activity being shown in this video. I know. Okay, I'm the last person to say this, but yeah, the implications of the entire situation is questionable, sure, and she shouldn't be alone in a bed with anyone at her age, but yeah, it doesn't look like anything sexual is going on here. I've read a comment saying Molly was essentially acting as a groupie for several rappers like Cardi, Uzi, Thug, and Future. Of course, we've already covered her involvement with Zilla Kami in this previous video. I remember someone trying to call out me for covering underground rappers, acting as if I'm shielding bigger artists for some reason, which makes no sense at all. It takes a while to make these documentaries because of all the information I present. It has to be accurate as possible. I can't just throw out random stuff that even I'm not sure about. Sometimes I don't hit it 100%, but I never intentionally make factual mistakes, and I always do deep research on any major claim I make. So yeah, there is a bunch of ground to cover, but best believe every inch of the industry will be covered at a certain point. I'm not a robot, even if I sometimes work like one. I'm not going to blame Molly for any of this, even if she was going after adult men. It does not mean she gets held to the same standards as those adults. A grown man has the inherent responsibility not to exploit the vulnerabilities of a youth. Actively taking advantage of that is disgusting. Many younger ladies have crushes on older men. These things happen. That doesn't give you a free pass to have relations with them. Molly says nothing happened, and so I'm not going to push it any further than this. But is it weird? Yeah, the fact stands that this video shouldn't exist, and honestly, paired with the other alleged industry floozy allegations that Molly has, this entire thing makes my skin crawl. We know what she was doing at that time. We know what she was known to do at that time. We know many of these rappers were doing things with her at that time. I digress. Let's wrap this video up with the scam allegation, since this is actually well documented by Downtown TV Network. And since it's all on camera, this allegation will be served directly from the horse's mouth.
Have you ever been over?
Yeah, dude, actually I have. So I paid Kan a good amount of money. It was about like $6,500 to do the show. A week out, he goes, you know, I'm not coming anymore. He said, let's do it in LA. So I was like, okay, fine. I'll let it go. It cost me $2-3K in damages because I already paid people to come, fly out, whatever. And so it's like, whatever. I waited 3 months. You know, I'm hitting him. I'm hitting his, management. They're saying, oh yeah, we'll do it. It got to a point, I'm like, all right, just send the money back, whatever. Fast forward 6 months. I've been hitting them every day, man, like trying to get my money back. They're just giving me excuse after excuse, and it's like, bro, I'm down $10,000 now. It's been a year. This is the crazy part. About 3 months ago, I get him an interview. Do you know I did it? So I could get my own money back. I told him like, hey, I get you the interview. If you guys don't have the money, pay me back with the money I'm literally giving you for doing the interview. They didn't give me a cent.
So yeah, this guy managed to get finessed by Kankan 2 separate times, and it's unfortunate to see. You would think that these artists would operate with an ounce of integrity, but that's just not how things are in the underground rap scene. This isn't even mentioning some of the merch complaints Kankan has by his fans over not receiving product that they paid for. But fortunately, someone would serve Kankan his own medicine by scamming him through his Cash App shortly after this. Or maybe it was a little bit before. Kankan, how did you get tricked by a scammer and you scam? So Kankan's on Instagram. He sees a guy post something on his story. It's a new method. He's like, yo, what you effing with, right? You ain't heard of the Cash App glitch? Nah, twin. What's that? It's a new wave. Send me your number and your cash tag, and I got you. Now this is the first red flag, okay? People don't know that you can recover your account with your number. That's like one of the only ways that you can recover your account, unless it's actually linked with an email. They didn't actually prompt you to do this. This guy has the number, he has the account. It's like, bet, how much in your Cash App right now? All right, this is also a red flag. They have this to kind of scam proof your account, but if you literally give it to the scammer, come on, man, you know? It's so stupid. I got a little 40,000 in there right now. Do it matter? Nah. Is that the same number you use for that Cash App account? Yeah, gang. Bet. Watch this. Just hit me, twin. Yo, I tried calling you back. My number don't work anymore. View photo. Swear? Yeah. Is that supposed to happen? Yeah, gang, just chill. It logged me out of my account. The F? Say you swear. N Is this your account? Bitch ass nigga. You think you yeah. You think you did something, pussy? You think you did something, ass nigga? I can easily call and get my account back. I think they sweet because they know how to SIM swap. You're an IA's ass nigga. This is actually real funny, dude. Oh man. Cash App is one of the worst apps in terms of fraud protection, because if somebody gets into your account, has your information, they can pull out all of your money in an instant. And really, if your debit card is connected to your account, you're even more fucked. They can just pull money out of your bank account into their account. It's really that simple, really that easy to scam people. There's virtually no scam protection on that app. I don't even think there is scam protection on that app, so please be careful. The ironic thing is that he wouldn't have gotten scammed if he wasn't so motivated to scam others. I see things like this on Instagram all the time. Most commonly, you see the bank methods, and more recently, there's a bunch of Cash App methods as well. Please steer clear of these. None of these work. I mean, wait, they do work. They don't work for you. It works wonders for the scammer. The industry has a lot of people who have done horrible, frankly, horrendous things, but it's also filled with wonderful and amazing people as well. I'm going to expose everyone, but I'm also going to lift others up. That's partly what my tragic docs aim to do, but also I want to eventually do more for the people living as well. Stay tuned and make sure you subscribe so you don't actually miss it. Sign up to my mailing list if you're interested in updates. Check out my other channels if you want more content. Thanks again, and peace. And honestly, this is so f***ing funny.